At 126, it's Jacob Wolf. Jacob Wolf wrestling Jordan Roush. 132, Tanner Erickson Dale. He'll be wrestling Mike Mitchell Mangold, a freshman. At 138, Drew Davis. He'll be wrestling Owen Ward. At 145, it'll be Seth Palace for Independence. And it looks like Nick Casey for West Delaware. At 152, it'll be Luke House, and he'll be wrestling Tristan Volker. Jake Jewell, ranked number 3 in the state right now at 160 pounds. He's going to be wrestling Ryan DeSoto of West Delaware. At 170, this is going to be probably the highlight match of the dual meet here. It'll be Nick Holt, ranked number 5, wrestling number 6 ranked Coy Russell or Harrison Goebel. So that makes me think they're going to push some people around a little bit on the West Delaware side. 195, it's Matt McMillan. He's ranked number 5 at 195. Oh, I skipped 182, sorry. Elliot Ryan at 182, wrestling Max Riddenauer. At 195, Matt McMillan, ranked number 5. He'll be wrestling Brett Roush. At 220, it'll be Lane McMartin, and Lane McMartin will be wrestling Sam Johnson. At 285, Austin Larkin back in the lineup for Independence here in the last week, and he'll be wrestling Caleb Zieser. So we'll starting off tonight at 195. McMillan, a senior, Sam Johnson, a junior. At 285, Austin Larkin, a junior, Caleb Zieser, a junior. 106, we got a couple freshmen pairing off, Holden Griffith and Ryan Phillips. 113, Jared Orr, a sophomore, wrestling a freshman, Jeff Ilgen. 120, Colin Fischels, a senior for Independence. Daniel Woods, a freshman for West Delaware. 126, Jacob Wolf, a senior. Jordan Roush, a junior for West Delaware. At 132, Tanner Erickson Dale, a junior for Independence. Wrestling freshman, Mitchell Mangold. 138, Drew Davis. Drew Davis goes in and out of the state rankings. He's been ranked in the top 10 at a few times over the course of the season. He's a senior, and he will be wrestling Owen Ward, another senior for West Delaware. Seth House at 145, a sophomore for Independence, wrestling a freshman, Nick Casey. 152, Luke House, a senior for Indy, wrestling Tristan Volker, a sophomore. 160, Jake Jewell, a senior, squaring off against another senior, Ryan DeSoto. 170, Nick Holt, a senior, wrestling Coy Russell, another senior for West Delaware. And Elliot Ryan, a senior. He'll be wrestling Brett Roush, another.
I've got it. You just make sure
Brett Roush. No, I'm sorry, he's wrestling Max Riddenauer, a senior. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting here at 195, our first match of this dual meet. We'll see who checks in.
195 report. For the West Delaware Hawks at 195, senior Brett Roush.
So it is Brett Roush.
195.
We're waiting to see who checks in at 195 for Independence. So we're going to let the games begin. We've always had fun. We've always had fun checking people in. And we got McMillan. All right, Mac McMillan on the mat right now for Independence. And he is getting the takedown against Brett Roush at 195. Brett Roush for West Delaware. McMillan on top here. 2-0 in this first period. And I'm checking to see if our feed is working correctly. I'd hate to not have it working right tonight. McMillan with the first takedown. And And it looks like it's working right on your screens. It's not looking so good on my screen here in the gymnasium. McMillan with the chicken wing on the left-hand side. And trying to walk that forward, he's got to get his opponent turned back onto the mat. So when he does run it forward, he keeps him on the mat. Loses the wing. And now Matt's going to have to fight for some hand control here on the edge of the mat. McMillan, once again, a senior for Independence. He's ranked currently number 5 at 195. Get on that award stand this year. 3-time state qualifier for Independence, qualified as a freshman, sophomore, and junior. And it's Matt's time. Matt's time to go down there and pick himself up a medal this season. So McMillan on top, 2-0. 2-0 right now, ahead of Brett Roush, a senior from West Delaware. McMillan flirting with some back points there. He's got the legs in, trying that half with the legs in. Does that Cale Sanderson crab ride legs in, and now he's going to have to battle for some position here. Kind of living on the edge here with 15 seconds left. Matt usually doesn't live on the edge. And he gets back on top. Way to put himself out there, though. We like to see that. He's trying to get some back points. Like I said, that crab ride. Cale Sanderson back in the day at his college days at Iowa State University. At that point in time, showed everybody some new technique back in the day, and had that crab ride from that top position. Matt tried that same technique, wasn't able to pick up the back points. McMillan, first move off the whistle. Nice hustle. 4 seconds. Talk about getting your hips out and going. Good job by McMillan. He's ahead 4-0 now here at 195. And now with the score of 4-0, we got to have a good second period and see if we can open things up. We're going to be looking for a major decision here. Start there. We'll start with a major decision and see where we can go from there. I know that West Delaware wrestlers, they're well coached. They're not going to put themselves in a bad position. There's McMillan with a tough chicken wing. Matt needs to get his leg freed up and run. Get the leg freed up. There we go. Dumps it over, and that should be a fall. There's a fall for Matt McMillan. Nice job, Matt McMillan. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. McMillan starts this dual meet off with the fall. And Independence goes ahead in this dual meet, 6-0 with that fall at 195. We've got Lane McMartin, a senior for Independence, stepping on the mat against Sam Johnson. Johnson, a junior. Check. There we go. I thought that was Hunter Crawford. Hunter Crawford going to step out there instead. Oh, we're playing games tonight. We didn't have Hunter Crawford listed on the on our lineup sheet. And on top of that, got Hunter out there with the mask too. It's almost like it's getting a little mysterious here in the Independence Gymnasium tonight. Hunter Crawford out there on the mat for Independence. Hunter's done this job before. He stepped in at 195 and 220 over the course of the season. And he's in on a single leg, has it up in the air, driving across to a double. Get him down on the mat. Keep your hips up. Good job. Had just a little second there where he almost fell to his side, fell to one hip. Good job of getting his hips back up on top, getting control, and picking up the 2. Once again, welcome to everybody. This is varsity wrestling here, Independence versus West Delaware. And right now, Independence leads this dual meet, 6-0 after the fall by Matt McMillan over Brett Roush of West Delaware. We've got Hunter Crawford on the mat right now for Independence at 220 pounds. Getting funky there, rolling all over the place on the mat. Good job by Hunter to get back in that top position. 50 seconds left in the first period. Crawford ahead 2-0. Oh, watch that roll on that. You see West Delaware setting that up. Had the half Nelson, and West Delaware just trying to wing that half Nelson down. Good job by Crawford of kind of sensing that move. That's a case where you don't want let your hips get in too tight. Sit out by West Delaware. Good float motion by Hunter Crawford, staying behind the arms. Continue to do it here with 3 seconds left in the first period. And Hunter Crawford is going to finish up the first period ahead 2-0. Okay, Hunter Crawford here in the second period. And Crawford gives up the escape. Crawford ahead 2-1. Had a nice takedown earlier in this match, so let's see what we can make happen here in this second period. 1:30 left in the second period. There's a nice little attempt there. Instead of staying on top of that arm, needs to maybe get underneath and bump it up. There's a good single leg, drop to a single leg, keep moving. Circle that leg, go up in between the legs. Oh, we can't let that ankle get pulled up. We got to keep coming up. So good idea dropping down to that single leg. You get down on a single leg like that, you got to immediately circle out of that single leg, keep your hips moving and circle out, or you go ahead and get yourself in between those legs and get your head up off the mat as soon as you possibly can. What a nice looking setup there, getting down to that single leg. A good job by Hunter Crawford. Let's see if we got an elbow up. There we go, going for that ankle pick again. Hunter trying to circle him that way and drop down to that ankle. Good setup and good motion. 43 seconds left here in the second period. Hunter Crawford ahead, 2-1 in the second period. Drops down to that leg again. Oh, there we go. Get that single leg. There's the fireman's carry. High crotch. Oh, we sat on that high crotch. And he got back over to his belly. Got taken to his back. Gave up a 4-point move there. 5-2 score. Hunter's going to learn. You hit that high crotch and you cut the corner. You don't hit the high crotch and then go straight ahead and sit there. And he's over on his back and gives up the fall. And that's not what we wanted to see, but that's what happens. Hunter Crawford losing by fall in that match. Had a nice double leg at the beginning. Then got out of sorts a little bit there in that second period. Had a nice shot. That high crotch was a good high crotch. Got in there nice and tight. But rather than cutting the corner, rather than keeping your head in tight, cutting the corner and jamming him to the side, he stayed, kind of sat, and that gave West Delaware the opportunity to get under the elbow and dump him over to pick up the fall. The dual meet score right now is 6-6. And so, a win by fall for Matt McMillan, a loss by fall for Hunter Crawford. And here we go with Austin Larkin. Austin Larkin just getting back on the mat here this year. Came out last week at Center Point Urbana and Vinton. And I forgot to ask the coaches if Austin wrestled this weekend out at Ida Grove. Should have asked that before the dual meet started. Larkin out there wrestling against Caleb Zieser. Zieser of West Delaware, a junior. So Austin Larkin, a junior, and Caleb Zieser, a junior. Got to to get Austin to stay in good position here. Wrestle a good, smart heavyweight match. I know the coaches and team and teammates all really happy to have Austin in the lineup here the rest of the season as we move forward to Wamak this upcoming Saturday. And then we roll right into a week after Wamak. We'll be at the sectional wrestling tournament. 55 seconds left in the first period. Careful on the edge. Both wrestlers went out of bounds and thought West Delaware was going to try a little hip toss there on the edge of the mat. That would have ended up on the gym floor, and those are two pretty big guys to be landing on a gym floor. Dual meet tied up 6-6 right now. Fall for Independence at 195. And a loss by fall at 220 pounds as Hunter Crawford stepped into the varsity lineup. No points yet here at 285. There's Larkin in on. Good job by Larkin in on a double leg and not able to pick up the 2 points. Pretty good reaction by West Delaware to get that whizzer in there. Had Austin not drug his right leg, right toe, just got out of bounds a little bit. If he would have been able to keep that in bounds and pull it back, he probably would have picked up the 2. But not going to be able to do it as the final seconds tick away in the first period. And that's going to wrap it up first period. No points scored here at 285. Austin Larkin and Caleb Zieser. Larkin starts the second period in the down position. This is got to be strong down here, got to be strong. West Delaware doing a good job with that spiral ride. Larkin up on his feet, and Larkin picks up the escape, goes right back in. Oh, Austin. He gets those ideas, he's going to throw people around. He's got to be careful and stay in better position. Got a big head of steam going and went high up on his opponent. Got the 2, but then gave up the reversal. Like I said, Austin kind of gets rocking and rolling pretty good there. Lost a shoe. Don't see that very often. Lost a shoe in the process. But like I said, Austin just getting a little excited there with that. Got the escape and came at his opponent pretty hard there. Needed to. Love to see the aggression, but you gotta have the good technique to go along with that forward motion. Like I said, love to see him moving forward. Same thing up to his feet. There's the escape. Now set something up. Set something up. Be heavy with the hands and be a good heavyweight wrestler here. 1:10 left in the second period. Austin Larkin ahead 4-2 right now. Good elbow pop there, trying to go underneath. Keep things moving at a speed we can run at here. Four to 2 score, 49 seconds left in the second period. Dual meet all tied up. McMillan with the fall at 195, and then Independence, Hunter Crawford gave up the fall at 220. And here we are at 285. 30 seconds left in the second period. Good job of continuing to work that elbow. Good job. There's another elbow pop. Good. Keep working that. Keep working that. It's going to come. Keep spinning him. That's the case. In that case, West Delaware, good job on the edge of the mat of shooting us off the mat. No risk there, but it makes it look like he's going forward. Austin going to have to recognize that situation here as we move towards conference next Saturday and sectionals the following Saturday. Take those opportunities on the edge of the mat to look offensive and keep that referee on our side. Wrap up the second period. It's a 4-2 score here at 285. Austin Larkin and Caleb Zieser. Good job so far by Austin Larkin ahead 4-2. Larkin's turn to be in that top position. Larkin's had a couple escapes already after the takedowns. Larkin with that ankle pick, and boy, looked like he came down like a ton of bricks on top of Caleb Zieser there. So that's what he needs to do. Just get all that weight on top for a while. Be heavy on top for a while. Make Zieser feel all of those 285 pounds here for a little while here in this third period. And then let's look for a good pinning combination. Minute 30 left in the third period. Austin Larkin ahead 4-2. Watch that roll. Caleb Zieser, yep. Looking, we're going to go a tight waist. Zieser's going to hit that roll, so hopefully Austin's recognized that. He's seen it once now. Needs to recognize it's there. Down to 105. 105 left in the third period. There's that roll again. Austin's got to stay away from that. One of those rolls at the wrong time here at the end of the period, and all of a sudden it gets tied up. We got to go overtime, so just needs to, once again, be aware. Be aware it's there. Loosen that tight waist up. Loosen up a little bit when he starts to cinch up those rolls. Zieser with a little bit of a stand-up. Larkin up over top, trying to look for a cradle. Got that knee sitting there. See if he can run head to the knee. Not quite able to get underneath the head, and Zieser doing a good job of hand control. And I mentioned, we've seen it before. Wrestled West Delaware a lot of times, and they're well coached. They're not going to give up that hand control. They're not going to give up an easy cradle here. Not going to put themselves in bad position, and they've been coached well. They've been told what they're going to listen to what their coach says. There's another roll attempt by Zieser, and Larkin able to fight that off. Down to 13 seconds left. Now is where we just need to make sure we don't give up anything here in the final seconds. 5 seconds left. And it's going to be a win by decision, 4-2 for Austin Larkin. And Independence goes ahead in this dual meet 9-6. 9-6 after the 285-pound match. And we go to 106 pounds, and I believe we're going to have for Independence Holden Griffith, and for West Delaware, Ryan Phillips. Let's see what we have. Oh, the little guys coming out. Holden Griffith on the mat, and Ryan Phillips checking in right now. We got music leading them in. We got everything. This is the full.
Hey, 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 hey! Switch bands!
Gotta switch the ankle bands up. Head table Sam. A couple freshmen squaring off here. Dual meet history for Independence Wrestling and West Delaware. The overall dual meet record against West Delaware is 18-37-0. Holden Griffith with the first takedown. Nice job by Griffith. Oh, he's up over top with the cradle. Get in good position. Be careful. Gotta get to a speed that we can run at here. Good job of slowing things down now. Stay in control, stay behind the arms. Got the takedown for Holden Griffith. Good start to this match here at 106. That's the way we like to have it start. Look where you're at. Use your real estate. Use your real estate. Be careful. Come up over the head. Good job by Holden Griffith. Good start to this 106-pound match. Ahead 2-0. So the overall dual meet record, Independence and West Delaware. Independence 18 wins, 37 losses. Our Del Buck Highway 20 trophy. Independence is 2-4 right now. It's sitting out in the trophy case right now, although I got to think it's out in the gym here somewhere tonight. We started this dual meet series with West Delaware back in the 1955-56 season. Independence led off with a win, 28-25. And last year was probably one of our most successful seasons against West Delaware with a couple wins. Thought we had 3 wins last year, but they only have the 1 listed. I guess it was the previous year that we had 3 wins in 1 season. So another night here, West Delaware and Independence Wrestling. 55 dual meets since 1955. Kind of fun to have those records. Thanks a lot to Matt Shannon who does all that. Got Holden Griffith still ahead 2-0, 30 seconds left, and needs to get some pressure forward. Get pressure forward. It's just an example of wanting a little more than the move's going to give you in that situation. You're trying to force it. These guys are all, they want the fall, they want the big stuff. Watch his arm, sir. That left arm was kind of scary for a second there. And that's how it's going to end up. 2-2 at the end of the first period, and I was mentioning that all these guys are pretty cranked up, and they want to get a fall out there. They want to get out there and score as many points as possible, and that's a case where Holden was forcing something that wasn't there, trying to force that chicken wing a little more than he needed to, and ended up giving up the reversal. Needed to get his opponent broken back down before applying that pressure forward in that situation. All right, beginning of the second period, and Holden Griffith will start in the top position. All tied up with 1:45 left in the second period. Dual meet score, Independence 9 and West Delaware 6. See what Holden can come up with here in this top position. Had a good opportunity up there towards the end of the first period, and like I said, just went for a little bit too much. There's a cradle, comes up over top with the cradle. Got to be careful. His opponent's got that arm free. And with that left arm free in that cradle, yeah, that's what his opponent's going to do. He's got counters here. Do not force it. His opponent has counters when that arm is free. He's going to come up around your head and headlock you. He's going to reach down and grab that ankle. So we got to try and trap that arm if possible. Now we're getting awfully high. And we're going to give up the escape, but we got to come out in better position than we are. Good. Way to establish some hand control before coming up to his feet. Phillips in on a shot for West Delaware. Phillips a freshman, Holden Griffith a freshman. West Delaware ahead right now, 3-2, and the takedown and throw. Griffith gets pancaked off that takedown, pancaked to his back, and a fall by Ryan Phillips. So Ryan Phillips, Holden Griffith lost by a fall, and West Delaware goes ahead in the dual meet, 9-12. We got the whole show going here. Jared Orr stepping out on the mat right now. Boy, music is so loud. I'm glad I got headphones on. Jared Orr, and it will be Jeff Ilgen. So Ilgen, a freshman for West Delaware, and Jarrett Orr, a sophomore for Independence. And this is where Jarrett needs to hopefully get some things going here for Indy. Got to get that, definitely get that fall back. 2-point takedown there by Jarrett Orr. Good job. Snap and go behind. He's got the cradle. It's another example where we've got it hooked up, settle in, take it back. There we go. The first time we hooked it up and just threw it back. The second time we took our time, and that's what happens. Gotta be patient. Nice job, Jared Orr, win by fall. That's the difference. The first cradle went too fast. Just tried to dump it over and get the pin. Second time we set it up and we got the pin. Gotta remember these things as we get to the end of the season. Good technique, make the right things happen, and Independence goes ahead now 15-12. Colin Fischel stepping to the mat for Independence at 120, and I believe it's going to be freshman Daniel Woods. All right, so here let's see what our senior Colin Fischels can do. Colin Fischels and Daniel Woods from West Delaware. Once again, Daniel Woods a freshman and Fischels a senior for Independence. We're at 120 pounds. Dual meet score 15-12. We've been back and forth. Had a fall at 195 for Indy. We gave one up. Hunter Crawford at 220. Had a win by decision 4-2 at 285. Gave up a fall at 106. Holden Griffith. And picked it back up again. Jared Orr at 113. So 15-12 the dual meet score. Had a lot of action going on. And like I mentioned, in a few cases for Independence, continue to just apologize with the camera. We better watch the match. Still pointed over there to the side of the gym. Got a good look at the coaches. No points scored yet. Minute 28 left in the first period. Holden Griffith, Colin Fischel on the mat now. Colin looking, you can already see he's looking, going up over top of the head. He's looking, yeah, there's up on the head, trying to underhook, looking for that throw. He needs to just set things up and let those things come when they come. Pretty hard to force things early in the match. Although when you're a senior wrestling a freshman, you can kind of sense that maybe some good things are going to happen here for Independence at 120. If we can pick up another fall here, that would be a real positive. There's a shot by West Delaware. Fischel's fighting it off, sliding back. Good job by Fischel's fighting it off. Got the cross face. Come down to the ankle now. Come down to the ankle. Get out of the spiral. There we go. There's a takedown by Fischel's and a leg Turk jumps over the hips. Keep the arm. Lost the arm, went to the cross face. Let's see if he can run a cradle now. Picked up 2 back points in that. He's got the head of the knee. And he's got him rocked back in the cradle. Couple more points, couple more back points coming. Should be able to, boy, not sure what's stopping his shoulders. There it is, the fall for Colin Fischels. Another fall for Independence, so the dual meet score 21-12. Colin Fischels, nice job at 120 pounds.
Christy Ward.
We'll see here at 126.
126.
It's going to be Jacob Wolf, I believe, for Independence.
Senior Jacob Wolf.
All right, Jacob Wolf coming out for Independence, a senior.
Junior Jordan Roush.
And Jordan Roush stepping out for West Delaware. Roush, a junior, and Keaton Wolf. Red Keaton Stoner name underneath. Jacob Wolf. Jacob Wolf on the mat right now.
At the conclusion of this match, we will take a 10-minute intermission.
Oh, we got an intermission at the end of this one. So at the end of 126, we'll have a 10-minute break. Meet's going fast enough. We don't hardly need a break, but because of the 9.2 broadcast, we're going to take a little bit of an intermission to allow them some, I'm assuming, some advertising time, and my guess is there'll be a political ad or two in there. Jacob Wolf on the mat. Jordan Roush for West Delaware. 1:40 left in the first period. West Delaware with just one ranked wrestler on their team, number 6 ranked at 170. And I like our chances for Independence because we're ranked number 5 at 170. Other ranked wrestlers, Jake Jewell, number 3 at 160, and Matt McMillan, number 5 at 195. I know Drew Davis has had an appearance occasionally over the season. Pretty good motion by Roush there with the snap down, head in the hole, come around behind. Roush picks up the first takedown in the match here at 126 pounds. And just 1 minute left in the first period. All right, let's see if Jacob can maintain good position down here in that bottom position. Needs to peel that off. Good job. Peel that cross face off. Oh, he's reaching up for that head. I don't know. Continue working on peeling that cross face. That's where he needs to be at. Good roll. Good roll. Come out on top. And this is close. Yes! Jacob Wolf caught him on the way over. Jacob Wolf with the fall there. That gets that 220-pound match back for us. So we're at intermission right now, and it's Independence 27 and West Delaware 12. 27-12 here at intermission, and we're taking an intermission because we have wrestling happening on 9.2. So KCRG 9.2 is here tonight, and I know I saw Jim Miller. I didn't see if we had Ironside with him here tonight or not, but Jim Miller, former Wartburg coach, and I'm not sure if Mark Ironside came down, former University of Iowa wrestler that does a lot of stuff for 9.2. But we are at intermission, 27-12, Independence on top. When we come back, we'll be at 132 pounds, and it'll be Erickson Dale on the mat for Independence against Mitchell Mangold. So we're going to take a little break here. I'll shut the sound down a little bit. I'll leave the score up there. You can see the intermission time counting down. And we will be back with more Independence wrestling in, it looks like, about 9 minutes. Okay, welcome back, Independence Mustang Wrestling fans and anybody else that's watching here on the internet. We got Independence Wrestling on the internet. We've got it also happening on KCRG 9.2. We're here at 132 pounds. Independence leading the dual meet right now, 27-12. Stepping out at 132, it's going to be Tanner Erickson Dale. He's a junior for Independence, and he'll be wrestling Mitchell Mangold. Mangold, a freshman for West Delaware. So here we go at 132. Independence in control right now, 27-12 in this dual meet. Now, same thing as I mentioned earlier, we got all these guys are really pumped up to do big things. There's Erickson Dale with the elbow high, and he was looking to stuff that head and take it over. Got all these guys all fired up here for this dual meet tonight. You got to remember to come back to good technique and take those guys down, take them down to their back, whatever you got to do to make some good things happen. 1:36 left in the first period. Erickson Dale on the mat for Independence here at 132 pounds. Got a really fun environment going on here tonight. Got a nice crowd for Independence. The whole home side of the bleachers pretty well filled up. West Delaware's got a nice crowd as well on the opposite side. Got the light going in the middle, just always a fun night. I hope it looks good as well, with the live broadcast happening on 9.2. I know they broadcast a lot of meets over the course of the season on that station, and I don't know, there haven't been too many meets where they've dropped the lights down and kind of had the fanfare that we've had going here with Independence. You've got a light show going over in the far corner of the gym, letting our wrestlers come out of the wrestling room into the gymnasium with the lights blaring and the music going crazy, and just a fun time for all these guys. I'm sure always something they're going to remember. Erickson Dale with the fireman's carry. Ooh, wish you could have kept that arm. Thought about hanging on that arm, but it went ahead and got the 2 points and goes ahead 2-0 with 50 seconds left in the first period. Now needs to get hand control here quickly. Does not want to get up too high. Dig that leg in, get back behind the arms, stay high on the hips. And maybe even better, get in a position that you want to be in. And it gives up the escape. I've not seen Tanner ride the legs very much this year, so I'm not sure this is the dual meet to pull that out of the hat at. West Delaware with that long single leg shot. Erickson Dale needs to get inside position here. Get back in inside position and get back to those fireman's carries. Like I said, that's kind of been his bread and butter so far this year. It's kind of been a move he can come back to. Has done a nice job with it. There's a shot by West Delaware. See if we can spin around behind. We don't have hand control. We're getting our right arm controlled, and we can't come around off of that shot by Mangold. 2-1 score with the takedown, then the escape given up. Dual meet score 27-12. Independence up on top, 27-12 in this dual meet. See where Tanner's up over top of the head. He's looking to reach over top, look for a cradle, but I'll give Mangold credit where credit's due. He did a good job of controlling the hand. As soon as Tanner went up over top, he actually took control of our hand, threw it over top of his head, and was able to pick up the escape out of it. This is where Tanner, once again, got to be careful. Mangold was controlling our arm, and that's when we took that shot. So be aware, you've got to have inside position. You've got to have the arm control, a hand or arm controlled, or you've got to be totally free, totally separated for some long outside shots. There's that. Notice Mangold on our elbow, on that right elbow. Pulled us one way, went the other. Nice setup by Mangold. See if Erickson Dale can step out of this. On the edge of the mat, trying to battle out. I can't see it any better than you can on the screen, and went out of bounds. Can't see through that assistant referee very well. 1:01 left in the second period. All tied up 2-2. Mangold with that escape. Mangold with 2 escapes, and Erickson Dale with the first takedown at the beginning of the match. Erickson Dale needs to figure out where he wants to be offensively, because Mangold has just taken control of our right arm. Get inside. No, we're letting him shoot us off. There's that thing we gotta take a look at for the sectional tournament. You get on the edge of the mat, you circle and shoot him off. Mangold let us drive forward, got into our leg again. No, Tanner's going for the headlock. Needs to sit his hips and go the opposite way. Almost lost the headlock and gave up points there. Forced that headlock though. That wasn't a very good one. Probably a good thing that happened on the edge of the mat. 2-2, still tied up. Tanner with that right arm getting controlled. He needs to sense that right arm getting controlled. If that's in control, you got to deal with that first and then move forward. There we go. Get unhooked and go back at it a little bit. 5 seconds left in this period. Oh, Mangold gets right off the whistle. As a junior, got to be aware of that. He's had 3 years. 3 years on the mat for Indy. Can't give up those takedowns. 5 seconds left. You got to be ready to go off the whistle. Third period starts, and it'll be Erickson Dale in the bottom position. 4-2 score. He is behind, so he's going to have to get himself an escape. Probably look an escape takedown. I know that Tanner also, though, he's had some pretty good stuff happen from the bottom position with some, I believe it was a win over Western Dubuque a few weeks back. There's that circle, shoot him off, circle and shoot him off, circle and shoot him off. And if you're wondering what I'm meaning there, you saw you had Tanner Erickson Dale's back to the edge of the mat. You don't want to be there. You want to circle. You want to do a quick 180 and shoot your opponent off the mat anytime you get in that position. 4-3 score. Erickson Dale behind 4-3. He's got good pressure going forward. He just needs to make sure 3 things. Hands have to be either totally freed up if you're going to move forward like that, or you have to have inside position, or you have to have hand control. So all those things have to go together. If we're going to take shots with our right arm controlled, that's going to be awfully hard. You see Mangold always with on our right arm, constantly on our right arm. And now we got to be careful pushing, but we got to be moving forward too. 4-3, we're down, 38 seconds left. It's going to have to maybe look for some stuff from the outside if we've got a long outside single leg shot. There's head down. It's that right arm. Okay, we're freed up, 16 seconds left, elbows in, 1 tap to the head and go. Got to get underneath. Nope, doesn't have the head. Go the other way, go the other way, go the other way. Oh, we had an opportunity to go around the head. Get down low. He's going to have to do what his opponent did to him at the end of the second period. There's a shot. And a 4-3 loss for Tanner Erickson Dale. And the dual meet score, Independence 27 and West Delaware 15, 27-15.
At 138 for the West Delaware Hawks,
And if we
senior Owen Ward.
go back to the books on that match. Yeah, Drew Davis on the mat for Independence. Got the music so loud in here, I can't even, that almost hurts. That music is shaking people out of their seats here. We have the speakers from the football games in here in the gymnasium, and they are unleashing some bass on everybody. All right, Drew Davis on the mat against Owen Ward. Owen Ward, a senior for West Delaware, and Drew Davis, also a senior. Mentioning Tanner Erickson-Dale's match. You go back and watch that, get a chance to watch that tape. It's all about that, a lot of it's about that right arm. We had that initial high crotch or initial fireman's carry at the beginning of the match, and then it was his opponent Mangold that went to that right arm and made sure he always had a wrist, had a control of our wrist, or had control of our elbow, or had a Russian tie over on that side, and that really kind of flustered Tanner a little bit, not able to do what he wanted to do up on his feet. Came back to get us, and that takedown right at the end of the second period with 5 seconds left. That's another one we'd like to rewind the tape on. You got to be aware of that situation, aware that especially here heading to the end of the year, people are throwing caution to the wind in big matches at conference tournaments and big matches at sectionals, districts, regional duels, and state tournaments and all that. They're going to take chances that they typically wouldn't take to try and get a win and move forward and become a state qualifier or help their team in some way. No points yet here with 24 seconds left at 138. Drew Davis of Independence and Owen Ward. There's a shot by Davis, but not really anything to grab hold of. Oh, giving up an ankle right here at the end of the period. Davis thankfully had control of the hips pretty good. Almost gave up that takedown with 3 seconds left. Ward reached out for that ankle and almost had us knocked over. Good thing Drew had control of the hips. So no points scored in the first period here at 138 pounds. Both guys pretty good position. Independence ahead 27-15 in this dual meet. We're at 138. 5 more matches after. Wow, that was a quick stall call. There's that shooting them off the mat. Sorry I didn't get the camera over there, but West Delaware took the opportunity to take a shot off the edge. He got the escape, saw where he was, and it's kind of like a free shot, basically, like a free play in football almost. You're pretty much, all that momentum's going to take you out of bounds. Momentum's going to take you out of bounds, so more than likely the move isn't going to end up as anything, but it makes you look offensive. 1:30 left in the second period. West Delaware ahead right now in this match. Owen Ward ahead 1-0. Drew's got to get a little bit of offense. Ooh, there's a nice elbow pop by Ward of West Delaware. Put the pressure forward and gets the takedown. Nice elbow pop by Ward. Caught Drew. Just caught Drew kind of leaning and pushing a little bit. Wasn't ready for that. Back to the middle, new start. In that down position, Davis up to his feet. Drew doing a pretty good job of maintaining a base, tripod position. Now he's got there's a quarter Nelson. Needs to bounce him, come around behind, get him down to the mat. Looking for 2 points here. WD able to get up to his feet, so it will be an escape. There's a shot off the edge, and that's that shot off the edge. Drew needs to push him forward a little bit more, get a little closer to the edge, because he actually gave West Delaware a chance to circle around behind off the edge. There's a shot by Davis. Better have an arm trapped, I hope. Yeah, keep that arm trapped over on the Drew's left side. Keep that elbow trapped. 20 seconds left in the second period. Davis behind 3-1. Both wrestlers on their feet. Love to see a takedown here at the end of the second period. Just 13 seconds left in the second period right now. Davis with another shot, but just not a very good setup there. So not too hard for Owen Ward to get himself in a position to fight that shot off. We just got to be careful. Not able to spin around behind, and that's not going to happen. So we go into the third period. Davis is going to get another opportunity out of that down position. So we've had an escape once. We got to think we can get that again. It's going to come down to making good things happen up on our feet. Got a couple seniors wrestling here. All right, Davis starts in that down position. Owen Ward, West Delaware, able to stop our first motion by picking that. Drew maintained a pretty good position down here. There was an opportunity. Careful. Okay, here we go. There's the escape. Had an opportunity over top the head, but oh, there's that elbow pop, that shuck again by Ward of West Delaware. Drew needs to trap this arm. Yep, keep that arm trapped. Got to try and get his hips up if he can. Oh, we're in tough. He's got to rock and roll here pretty soon. Ooh, referee stalemates it. That was really close. We were at a point in time where Drew might have needed to just roll in that position, roll underneath and throw his opponent over top and see what happened, but referee stalemated it. 27-15 dual meet score, and it's a 3-2 match right now. Davis behind. He's going to have to find a way to get a takedown here in the next 45 seconds. So 45 seconds. 47 seconds here in the third period. It's going to come down to a takedown. Drew's got to be careful if he's pushing out of a collar tie. Ward's hit him with two shucks, popping that elbow. It's Ward that drove him out of bounds, though. See what Drew can do here. There's a long shot by Davis. Drew's getting extended a little bit too much on his shots. Just needs a little bit better setup. Down to 17 seconds. Drew's got to be heavy on the head here. See if the head pops up. Go to a high crotch. We're going to go out of bounds. 5 seconds. Well, Tanner Erickson-Dale gave up a takedown in 5. Let's see if Davis can get the takedown in 5. And trying to make something happen. 2-1 it should be, but I don't think the assistant referee even saw the end of that match. So Ward's going to pick up the win, 5-2. So, Independence 27 and West Delaware 18. Seth House coming out in the mat right now. Sophomore for Independence, Seth House. He's going to be wrestling freshman Nick Casey at 145. So we got a freshman and a sophomore here. Dual meet score once again, 27-18. Our final match of this dual meet will be at 182 pounds. So we're definitely over halfway right now. Independence led at intermission 27-12. And so far after intermission, it's been a couple wins for West Delaware. A decision 4-3 over Tanner Erickson-Dale at 32 and Drew Davis losing a close match 5-2. Rare quiet moment in the gym. There's a nice double leg. Nice job by Seth House. Good double leg there. A couple weekends ago up at Osage, watching Seth's matches, and had one small criticism of him getting in on shots and not being able to finish. But that time, no question, he got in and kept moving forward. Good job. There he's in it again. Stay careful with those elbows. Good motion by House. Squared up in that front headlock position, drug the arm through and picked up 2 more. He's ahead 4-1 here. 55 seconds left in the first period. Moving too fast. I can't keep up with the camera. It's going to cut him loose again, I believe. Optional start, I should say. Going to come around front, look for the head and the elbow there. He's got to be careful. Third time he's come in pretty hard charging to his opponent, but his left elbow has been up in the air. Needs to be careful. 45 seconds left in the first period. House up 4-2 with 2 takedowns. There's a shot by House. Back, oh, nice job. Shot, reshot, nice. Way to go, 22 seconds left. Just got to get hand control here, ride him out here, hopefully to the end of the first period. A little shot and reshot there. Good job by House. Oh, gonna go for a tilt. Had a 1 count. 5 seconds left. Trying to load those hips up. There's a 2 count. All right, got 2 back points. Nice job right at the end of the period. Picking up 2 back points. Goes ahead now 8-2. Nice run there at the end of the period with that takedown and back points. Good job by Seth House. House, a sophomore, and his opponent, Casey, a freshman. Hopefully I got that right. Yeah, Casey was a freshman for West Delaware. House starts his second period in the top position. See what he can do here. Sometimes we get run a little steam out of our opponents through that first period. See if he can go to work in this top position. Minute 30 left. Two on one for House. Let's see if he can go back to that tilt that he was looking for at the end of the last period. Thought about it for a second. Casey was able to clear his hips and get into that little bit of a scramble. House back in control. Minute left in the second period. House ahead 8-2. Dual meet score, Independence 27 and West Delaware 18. West Delaware had a couple wins here out of the intermission. A win over Tanner Ericksondale 3-4, and a win by decision over Drew Davis at 138, 5-2. So kind of close the gap a little bit. We're hoping here in the next few weeks we can open that gap back up again. And hopefully we don't have to do any complex mathematics as we get down to those final couple matches to see when we got the dual meet wrapped up and when we don't have it wrapped up. Down to 30 seconds left in the second period. House still ahead 8-2. 8-2, been in this position, in a position now to ride him out the whole second period. And there's that tilt, but we got a little out of control there. We had to go underneath. Laid our hips down on the mat. And that's what you kind of have to do. You do have to put your hips down on the mat, but You got to sink his hips into yours really tight so that you maintain control. And we got a little loose with the hips. Allowed Casey to roll over top. We had to go underneath, but good thing we were hanging on to that 2-on-1. So House rides him out the whole second period. House in that top position. Rode him out. House going to go up on his feet here in the third period. Well, House ahead 8-2. That's a 6-point lead. We'd love to see him get another takedown. Open up to a major decision, so that's what we got to be shooting for. Good job on the edge of the mat with the arm drag, heavy on the head, and taking that shot out of bounds. .126 left in the third period. House with another shot. That's what Casey's looking for right now, is he's looking for our left elbow to be up in the air. He's seen it a couple times. He knows it's there on our shots. We got that left elbow kind of hanging out in the breeze a little bit. Got to be careful on those shots. We're ahead 8-2 right now, a minute left. Comes down to really us taking a good shot. That's where we ought to be right now. 50 seconds. .40 seconds left. No real pressure on us to take a shot. And I know what the coaches were thinking there. We had a shot opportunity. We ran that elbow by, and we just kind of, coaches recognize that we need a takedown. I'm not sure Seth's got quite the same thing in mind. He's just thinking we're getting to the end here, but it's a takedown that we want right now to get that major decision. Coaches are letting him know as they went out of bounds that last time. They wanted to take a shot pretty bad right now. 8 seconds. Another shot. And that right elbow there hanging up that time. Nick Casey looking for that elbow up high. Yeah. Had a better opportunity when they went out of bounds here a little bit ago to pick up that takedown, but it's going to be an 8-2 win. Nice job by House. Would have liked to have had those 2 more team points, or 2 more points to get an extra team point, but not going to complain. 30-18 is the dual meet score. Luke House coming out. I don't know if you can feel it through the internet, but they have got 2 massive bass speakers in here. They're going to shake this gym down as the wrestlers are coming out from the locker room. Might need to take that bass down a notch. There's House in on a shot with the single leg up in the air. Oh, nice front trip. Way to go. And it's Luke House, a senior for Independent. He's wrestling Tristan Volker. Volker is a sophomore for West Delaware. Independence 30 and West Delaware 18. And Luke House on the mat for Independence. Ooh, he's got the chicken wing hooked up. Got a couple options here. Tried to take him over his knee. Now he's going back forward again. Got that wrist trap. Oh, he's getting a little high on that wing now. Got to be careful. Oh, dumped him. Oh, needed to step ahead. Gotta just slow things down. A head lever, good. Head lever half. Nice series by House. And a fall. Good job by Luke House there. We had a chicken wing. We had a couple directions to go. And instead, Went to that head lever half, took him over. So good adjustment by Luke House. Nice little pinning combination series there. So we got it 160. Jake Jewell stepping on the mat. Jewell ranked number 3 at 160. And I believe he's wrestling Ryan DeSoto. See what pops up on the screen for the officials line up there. Ooh, oh, Jewell with the leg up over the head, and oh boy, that could have ended really quickly. But not able to control that cradle on the way down, not able to fully get the cradle. There's a little softball throw by West Delaware. Two to 1, Jake Jewell on top right now with that takedown, giving up the escape. Jake now in that front headlock, comes around behind and gets 2. Need to get that leg band off the mat. If we're not going to use it, don't use it. Oh, long shot by Jewell. Just heavy on the head taps, and just has DeSoto all out of sorts there and launches in on a double leg. 55 seconds left in the first period. 6-3 now with 3 takedowns and 3 escapes. Another takedown by Jewell. Jake just does a good job of getting heavy on the head and doing a good job out of that front headlock. 36-18 dual meet score. Oh, we get those quiet moments. That's an opportunity for Mr. Scott Davis to let us know he's in the crowd. Jake Jewell with another takedown, 10-4. He's going to ride him out here, I hope, with 10 seconds left. And that's the way it's going to work out. So Jewell ahead, 10-4. And we're going to go into the second period. It's already a couple points away from a major decision. See if he can keep the ball rolling here in the second period. Jewell's going to defer, I believe. I think it was his choice. Oh, guess he went down. Whoa. That little series is an example of someone that's a little outmatched right now. Jake's moving about a half step faster than what DeSoto can keep up with right now. And, you know, that's what happens when you wrestle a senior that's ranked number 3 in the state and a sophomore stepping out and trying to do what you can do for the team. Now Jewell with the cradle. This usually this is a tough cradle to get the fall out of, but he might adjust. Well, now he's getting his legs through. Oh, he could have had it there maybe. Now he can go ahead and decide and take it over and maybe finish this off. 1:12 left in the second period. That was ooh, Jake was thinking. He was thinking, let's show you the lights with the headlock there for a second. Long shot by Jewell, and then that single leg. Looking up around the head. 51 seconds left in the second period. He's ahead 17-6. $11-point lead for Jewell right now. We gotta get her. Yeah, there's the cow catcher. Oklahoma, whatever you want to call it. And that's over the head, under the arm. Jake's been doing that his whole career. So a nice win by a fall for Jake Jewell. 42-18. Independence on top. We're getting down to 2 more matches left. And here we go at 170. Who's it going to be out there?
At 170 for the Hawks, Harrison Goebel.
Oh, it is Harrison Goebel.
Senior, number 5 with the Nicholas Hawks.
So 170 for West Delaware. It's going to be Harrison Goebel.
Jackson Beatty, you are the pickup and stick-up winner.
So West Delaware sends out Harrison Goebel, a sophomore, at 170. And it's Nick Holt, ranked number 5 in the state for Independence. He's a senior. And I was hoping we'd get that chance to have number 5 and number 6 go. Coy Russell of West Delaware ranked number 6. Talking to Matt Shannon at the intermission. And Matt mentioned that Russell's been hurt. I don't know when that's been a whole season or just a recent thing, but here we go with Nick Holt on the mat for Independence, ranked number 5, and Harrison Goebel for West Delaware. Got the dual meet definitely all wrapped up now. Probably had it wrapped up the last. Had it pretty well taken care of the last match. Best West Delaware could have done would have been to tie it up had they picked up a fall at 60 and so on. Probably a good thing we didn't see what happened there off the edge of the mat. Had a little pushing and shoving going and got the crowds kind of excited. Apologize, I was looking down at my lineup sheet. Holt in on a long shot. 50 seconds left in the first period. Good job of pulling that leg in, adjusting and picking up the takedown. Good adjustments by Nick Holt. Looked like for a second there he was just going to hang on and try for the stalemate, but instead makes the adjustments and gets the takedown. So Holt goes ahead 2-0 here at 170 pounds. Back to the middle of the mat after going out of bounds and pulled ahead 2-0 with 21 seconds left. We'll see if you can just ride him out here. Usually this is the time we keep your opponent on the mat. Ooh, he's got the head lever going though. Needs to run him forward. Well, you saw the same thing I saw. Nick needed to bounce him forward a little bit before taking that head lever hap over. Okay, head back to the middle of the mat at the end of the first period, and it's Holt ahead 2-0 here at 170. One more match in this dual meet. It'll be Elliott Ryan at 182, wrestling Max Ridenour of West Delaware. Oh, Holt catches him on a sit out. Careful with that shoulder. A little bit of a scramble there. Nick did a good job of catching him. Good job of that scramble, catching Goebel on his back. Now Holt with that cradle. Started to lose it. You could see Goebel getting his arm free. So Holt's going to go back in that top position, readjust a little bit here. 1:22 left in the second period. He's ahead 2-0. Well, not much of a change yet. Down to a minute left now in the second period. Nick trying to roll up a wrist here on the far side now. Needs to get out, go ahead and roll it up. Put a lot of pressure forward and see if we can get that arm barred up across the back. Got the bar arm. Got that bar arm again, and boy, we've had that arm in all sorts of funky positions. Need to keep it on the body, across the back. Boy. Nick's getting really close on these pinning combinations. He's just cranking that shoulder a little further than the referee wants to see that happen. I get it. But Nick's just going to have to make some adjustments to make that happen. In that case, they're going to need to stretch him out on the mat maybe a little bit further, bounce his shoulders forward a little bit better to get his hips broken down on the mat just a little bit better. So wrap up the second period. Holt rode him out the whole second period. 2-0 score, though, still. A little surprised at this score. You got a senior and a sophomore right here. I'd like to see that gap opened up maybe just a little bit more. Holding that tripod position, got feet up off the, hips up off the mat, and picked up the escape. Minute 40 left in the third period. Holt ahead now, 3-0. Trying to pull the head down, heavy on the head here, up on their feet. There you go, there's a good setup, heavy on the head, and then go underneath. Treetop that single leg. Good job with the sweep. Good job with the sweep. Way to treetop that and go for the trip. Look good, look good. So ahead 5-1 now. Go right back to what he was doing. Heavy on the head and go underneath. There, now you're, oh, pancake. There it is, good job, Nick Holt. That's what happens when you open things up a little bit. A win by fall for Nick Holt. 48-18 is the dual meet score. Good job. As soon as he went to heavy on the head, that set himself up to go underneath for that takedown. Came back to it, heavy on the head, and that set him up for his opponent to take a shot and pancake him over. So, good job. Comes Elliot Ryan onto the mat.
Pin winner, stick 'em and stick 'em at 170, Elizabeth Holt.
Okay, 48-18 here at 182, our last match of this dual meet. And we got Elliot Ryan, a senior for Independence. He's wrestling Max Ridenour, a senior for West Delaware. Elliot Ryan with a shot, little arm drag attempt, going out of bounds to start the match off. First 10 seconds, good job. Another Russian tie there, trying to get a hold of the arm and scoot around behind it. I'm going to say it right now. Elliot gets in the top position. I'm going to bet he goes to a cradle. 182 pounds, last match of the dual meet. Good job, Elliot, again, controlling that Russian tie. Wants to go down to that leg. Oh, reaches down across the body. That's... Ridenour did a pretty good job of fighting that off, though. .110 left in the first period. No points so far here at 182 pounds. Love to see a win here for Independence and take us up over 50 team points here tonight. As we get to the end of this dual meet, our pathway to the end of the year, we're there. We're at getting to the end of our season. We've got the Walmart Conference Tournament happening at Vinton-Schellsburg. There's a shot by Ryan. Nice job off that Russian tie. Now his opponent's going to try to kick him over. And the referee gives the 2 after all that. notice when Elliott had that single leg up in the air, his opponent was trying to go over his head, put one leg in between, and he was gonna try and boost us over. See how Elliott sets this up. He just puts his knees behind his opponent and just does a beautiful job. Just does a beautiful job with that cradle. He's just got the knack for it, and that's going to be a 54-18 dual meet win for Independence with that fall by Elliott Ryan. So good job by Independence Mustang Wrestling here tonight against West Delaware. Started off at 195 pounds with Matt McMillan. McMillan picking up a fall in the second period. Indy on top 6-0. At 220, Hunter Crawford stepped on the mat for Independence. He lost by fall. At 285, Austin Larkin with a win by decision 4-2. At 106, Holden Griffith, a loss by fall at 106. At 113, Jared Orr, a win by fall. At 120, Colin Fischels, a win by fall. At 126, Jacob Wolf with a, that was a big turning point. It almost kind of felt like West Delaware had a little bit of a momentum shift happening at that point in time, but Jacob Wolf shut that down with a nice fall at 126. At 132, Tanner Erickson Dale lost by decision 4-3. 138, Drew Davis lost by decision 5-2. 145, Seth House with a win by decision 8-2. At 152, Luke House a win by fall. At 160, Jake Jewell a win by fall. 170, Nick Holt a win by fall. And finally, Elliott Ryan at 182 a win by fall. And once again, the final dual meet score, 54-18. Fun dual meet to be at tonight. So, as I mentioned, heading out here the rest of the season, we have the Walmart Conference meet. That's at Vinton Shellsburg this weekend, this Saturday, and we'd love to have a lot of Independence fans down at Vinton. We will be streaming the tournament, so there will be matches on. Check the links out on Twitter, or watch out for the links on Facebook. The conference meet will be streaming, but I won't be able to be there to call some of those matches until later in the day, more towards the finals. So we will be streaming, but I won't be around until the finals. So then we have a week off, because after this Saturday we're 1 week away from sectional tournament. So we're coming up to sectionals. We'll be there at sectional tournaments. That'll be an audio only tournament, audio only at sectionals. The state association only allows audio broadcasts of those. The following week, well, here's what we really hope. We hope that we pick up a sectional win, a first or second place finish at sectionals, and we're able to compete at the regional duel. That will be the following Monday or Tuesday after sectionals, and hopefully we can secure a pathway to the state duel tournament. The following Saturday will be districts. Districts are here at Independence, but we will be streaming those. And then we're into state duels the following Wednesday, state tournament. We're still trying to see how many. Hey, how's it going? What's up, man? We're still waiting to see how we're going to end up for state wrestling. I know that I will not be able to get there on Wednesday should we qualify for state duels. I will not be able to be there on Friday for the state tournament, but I know we will get first round of the individual tournament on that Thursday. So that's all we can promise right now for live streaming for Independence Wrestling as we move forward the rest of the season. So, hey, thanks a lot, everybody, for being with us and watching our live stream. And we'll let you go. This is Jason Lang from Independence, and we had a nice 54-18 win over West Delaware. Have a great night, everyone.